Sir, if you'd come all the way up here to where the bailiff is standing. Sir, if you face me and raise your right hand, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Please have a seat. Have you ever testified in front of a jury before?
Yes.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Make sure you understand the questions that are being asked of you. If you don't, say something. Okay. And the attorneys will clarify. If you'd begin by stating your name for our record and spelling your last name for us, please.
My name is Christopher Flores. It's Flores.
Mr. Long.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Flores.
Good morning.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a dispatcher at the Regional Emergency Communication Center in Santa Fe. I've been there for 14 years and the last 4 as a supervisor.
And does your agency, and is it okay if the Regional Emergency Communication Center?
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I know.
Is it okay if I refer to that as the RECC?
Of course.
Okay. And does your agency keep a recording of all emergency calls that come in or emergency calls that go out?
Yes.
All right. And is that recording made at the same time that the call comes in or that the call goes out?
Yes.
Does your agency keep a written record of all emergency calls that come in or go out?
Yes.
And is that written record made at the same time or near when the call comes in or goes out?
Yes.
As part of your job there, are you one of the individuals that is responsible for acting as a records custodian?
In a way, but it's not my full capacity job, no.
Okay, but it's part of what you do.
Correct.
Okay. And as custodian, are you able to pull recordings of the calls incoming and outgoing?
Yes.
And you said that you've testified before in court.
Yes, I have.
Right. Did you pull a recording, a 911 call that came in on October 29th, 2022 at about 1:46 p.m. for this case?
I have, yes.
Okay. And do you know if that call was from a person that identified herself as Linda Montoya?
That is correct.
And was that call about a possible incident at 5941 Jaguar Drive in Santa Fe?
That is correct, yes.
All right. Permission to approach the witness?
Yes. Show counsel what you have. All right. Go ahead.
And, sir, I'm going to hand you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 1 and State's Exhibit 2.
Okay.
And you recognize those?
Yes.
And without saying what they are, let the jury know how you recognize them. Is there anything on there that looks familiar to you?
Oh, my signature and the date.
Okay. And did you put your signature and the date on there after you listened to those calls?
Yes.
All right. And are those recordings a fair and accurate representation of the calls that came into your agency on October 29th, 2022?
Yes.
At this point, I would move to admit State's Exhibit 1 and 2.
Question, is it a duplicate of the same call? Are there 2 separate calls or is it in pieces?
It is, and actually, at this point, let's talk about Exhibit 1. What is Exhibit 1?
Exhibit 1 is the call from Linda Montoya.
All right, and then let's talk about Exhibit 2. What is Exhibit 2?
Exhibit 2 is the call from Isaac.
Does that answer the court's question?
Yes. Is there any objection to states 1 and 2?
No objection, Your Honor.
1 and 2 are admitted without objection.
All right, permission to publish?
You may.
Permission to approach the witness?
You may.
Go ahead and get these back for me.
5941 Jaguar Drive.
Okay. And Isaac, are you still there?
No, I left the property. It's very traumatic for me because
Okay.
I had witnessed. I was in the back seat of a friend's car back in 2000 in, I think it was 2012, no, 2013, and I watched somebody walk up to the car and they got killed, and then his wife.
Okay. Are you okay? Do you need somebody to be checked out by the ambulance or anything like that, or?
I'm really shaken up right now, so
Yeah, I just want to know if you want an ambulance to go check on you.
I don't know if I want somebody to check in on me. I'm trying to debate my option right now. At 5941 Jaguar Drive.
Okay, so she's still there?
Yes.
Can you tell me what her name is?
Kiara McCulley.
And do you know why this happened?
I do not know why this happened.
Okay. And do you know who the other person that was there was?
Yes.
Who was the other person there?
The other person was a friend of mine. Her name was Grace Jennings.
Okay. Has she had the sword for a long time?
She's only had the sword for about a week.
Okay. So where are you right now?
AP Wireless.
Okay.
I'm sitting inside AP Wireless. I'm staying far away because it is very traumatic for me. As I said,
understand.
I've witnessed.
So do you live at Jaguar too, or no?
I'm technically not supposed to be living at 5941 Jaguar, but it's only because I have no other place to stay.
Okay.
So I'm trying to. I honestly don't know what to do right now.
Okay, I just want you to keep talking to me, okay? Just so that way we can see if we can get you the best help and everybody else involved the best help that's possible, okay?
Okay. All right.
I'm still on the phone with you, okay?
I don't know how much longer.
Okay, are you not calling on your own phone?
What did you say?
Are you calling on your own phone?
Yes, my phone's like at 8%, but it'll last.
Like, okay,
I
so
was.
you're at Adams Hall Wireless, or you're like at the AT&T store?
It's AT Wireless with Boost Mobile. There's it's right across from Caesar Tapas.
Okay. I'm going to send some people to check on you, okay? Just to make sure that you're okay.
Okay.
Will you stay right there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what you're wearing?
I'm wearing a black and gold shirt with denim pants.
Okay. Can you do me a favor and step outside the store so that way an officer can
Yeah.
speak with you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when you're outside.
Yes, I called.
And with the court's permission, now I will publish State's Exhibit 1.
Yes, that was stage 2, and the next one is 1,
Yes.
okay?
Yes, yes, there's something happened with my son. He had walked in and his girlfriend killed another girl. They live at 5941.
5941 what?
Jaguar Drive.
So you're saying that your son's girlfriend walked in and killed another girl?
No, my son walked in on his girlfriend killing another girl. That's what he's telling me right now on the other. And it's in the garage. He told me that he bought her a sword recently, and she used it on the girl. She's freaking out. She's traumatized. No, you leave everything alone.
What is your name?
My name is Linda Montoya.
Ms. Montoya, what's
I'm
the
not.
phone number you're calling from? I know you're not there, but what's the phone number you're calling from?
Call me on 505-316-4537.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yes. AP wireless. He's gonna sit over there.
Can you tell me what can you tell me what his girlfriend's
Hold
name
on.
is?
Say that again.
What's his girlfriend's name?
His girlfriend's name is Kiara. And the girl that, Kiara McCulley. But she's brief retarded.
Okay, what's the other girl's name?
Grace, and I don't know her last name.
Okay, what's your son's name?
Isaac Apodaca.
What's Isaac's date of birth?
His date of birth is December 19th, 1996. He is sitting at AP Wireless because he had to be away from there. He was afraid of his life.
So he left?
So he's sitting at AP Wireless on Jaguar Drive.
What does your son look like?
He is 5'11", almost 5'11", 6 foot. He's husky. I don't know what he's wearing. He has short hair and long hair where it goes to the side.
What color
Light
is it?
skin. It's like an amber. So he's crying.
Okay.
He was on my other phone with the phone number I gave you. And I need to call him back to see how he's doing.
Okay, so you hung up with him?
He's still on the phone on my phone, my other phone.
He's on your other phone? Can you give us his number so we can call him and talk to him and see if he gives us information as we can?
Yes.
What's his number?
Hold on. Hold on. It's 505
Then call
372 8371.
505-372-8371?
Yes.
You said Isaac, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Isaac. Hold on. Isaac. The doctor's gonna call you. So you gotta hang up, okay? All right. I love you, son. All right. Bye. Hello?
I'm here. Did you connect with him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we're going to call him right now, okay?
Okay, he's like scared. He's crying. He's sick, and I can't have him in my house because I have COPD. He's traumatized and he's worried.
Is he known to use drugs or anything like that?
No drugs. He doesn't drink.
And this residence that he was at a minute ago, that's his home?
That's his home.
And he lives there with the girlfriend?
Yes.
Anyone else live with them?
Her mom lives in the main house. They live in the garage. They have animals. They have cats and dogs. Her mom lives in the main house. Her name is Kiara McCulley.
Just confirming, yes, this is 5941 Jaguar Drive, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to keep you on the phone just in case we have any additional questions for you, okay?
Okay.
We called your boy, but he didn't answer, so we'll try him back again.
Hello?
I'm here.
Mom, somebody call me on my phone. I'm going to text him.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect with you.
Okay.
We did get on scene already, so we are with somebody down. I don't know if they found your son yet or not.
Okay, because he said he will be at AP Wireless.
Okay, I think they went and looked for him and didn't see him, but I will let them know again so they can try to find him, okay? So if you get any more information, if you talk to him and, you know, if you get a hold of him, tell him to stay where he's at and then just let us know where he's at so we can go to him, okay? I don't want him to walk up on anything and, you know, obviously it's a violent thing, so, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Flores, just a few more questions for you very briefly.
Okay.
Just to confirm, the phone call that we just listened to from the person that said that she was Linda Montoya, that came in at 1:46 p.m.?
Correct.
And then the first phone call that we listened to from the person that identified himself as Isaac Apodaca, that came in at 1:52 p.m. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I pass the witness.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. If we may just approach real quick.
Come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Flores.
Good morning.
Do you need any water or anything?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. How long have you been working for the RECC?
Since February of 2012.
And you had stated that you were an actual operator for a while?
Correct.
How long did you do that?
I still do it. I'm just a supervisor as well. But I'm sorry, what was the question one more time?
How long were you an actual operator?
Oh, I'm still an operator, so
And what kind
14
of
years.
14 years?
Yes.
And what kind of training do you have to do that?
There's a state academy that I went to for 2 weeks, and it's like an in-house training.
Okay. And the in-house trainings with Santa Fe?
That is correct.
And how long is that in-house training?
Typically about 9 months to a year. Mine was about 9 months.
And so you learn, I'm guessing, quite a bit on how to, I guess, interpret phone calls?
Correct.
And do you learn basically that, well, why don't you describe for the jurors what a computer-aided dispatch is?
So it's just a system that we enter information into just to better help us get information from the caller to the officers or the responders.
And what is the difference between the CAD, i.e. the computer-aided dispatch, and what we just heard?
So the CAD is written information, and what we just heard was an audio recording.
And when you get the timings from this audio recording, how do you get them? Do you get them from the CAD or from the audio recording itself?
From the audio recording itself.
Okay. And when you admitted exhibits 1 and 2, you were aware that those times, those were the times that the phone calls came in?
Yes.
Okay. And during your experience as a 911 operator, I'm guessing that you get a lot of different phone calls for one incident, especially a murder?
Correct.
And do you have to then, at that point in time, figure out who was calling about what and assign the same number to any certain phone call?
What do you mean by number? Like the,
Well, when you get a phone call, for instance, in this case, was this case assigned a CAD number as soon as the first phone call came in?
that is correct, yes.
And then after subsequent phone calls came in, did they get the same CAD number?
To my knowledge, so they can be linked together. So if there happens to be two, they could have been linked together. In this particular case, I'm not sure if that was the case or if it was all entered into one.
Okay. But either way, whenever you get a phone call about an incident that happens, they all end up linked together in one way or another.
Correct.
Kind of like putting the pieces of a puzzle together.
Correct.
Okay, in this particular case, the first phone call came in at, what, 13:46 hours?
Correct.
And that was from Linda Montoya?
Correct.
Okay, and do you know who Linda Montoya is?
Like personally, no.
Okay. Could you tell who it was from the phone call?
No. What do you mean? Other than her giving her name, no.
Okay. And could you tell if she was related to the second phone call? Or the second phone caller?
Yes.
How so?
I was actually the one that tried to call Isaac the second time, so I made the connection that way when he called back. I didn't speak with him when he called back, but I was the person that attempted to call him.
Okay. So when we were listening to Isaac's phone call, it sounded like he was calling back, right?
That's correct.
And so what you're saying is you were the person who initially tried to call him, and that's why he was calling back?
That is correct.
Okay, and why were you trying to call him?
Just to get more information about what it was that happened.
And that information was given to you by whom?
The first call taker that received it, Amanda, when she asked for the number, she had asked that I call him.
Okay. And at that time, did you know that the initial caller was the mother of the person you were calling?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you think, if you can recall, how long do you think the total amount of time these phone calls took?
I'd say the first one maybe from about 10 minutes and the second maybe 8.
Okay. But they kind of overlapped, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when I say that, Isaac was on the phone with his mom while his mom was on the phone with you guys.
Correct.
Okay. So 10 and 8, so about 18 minutes?
Yes.
You think? Okay. Now, during that 18 minutes, it appears that the officers did find Mr. Apodaca, right?
Correct.
And they found him at the AP Wireless?
Correct.
And they also found what appeared to be a murder scene?
Correct.
And do you recall if they identified a Lonnie McCulley?
Yes.
Do you recall if they identified a Kiara McCulley?
Yes.
And with regard to Ms. Montoya's call, again, a location was found, and that was the location on Jaguar?
I'm sorry, that was regards to who?
With regard to Ms. Montoya's call?
Yes.
And that was the Jaguar address was located?
Correct.
As well as Mr. Apodaca was located through that phone call as well?
Yes.
And Ms. Montoya gave a description of his clothing, right?
Correct.
Okay. And also during the course of that phone call, it was
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I don't believe that Miss Montoya had. I think that he had given his own.
So Ms.
He gave I think that she had said that she didn't remember what he was wearing, but she gave a description of his height and his hair.
Okay, so Ms. Montoya gave a height and hair color, like an overall
Yeah,
description.
correct. Yeah,
And then-
but yes.
And then Mr. Apodaca gave a description of what he was wearing.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's partially for his safety, right? So it doesn't get, when the police show up, they know who they're looking for.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Okay, and do you have any records of Kiara McCulley contacting the Santa Fe Police Department?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Do you have any records of Kiara McCulley contacting the RECC?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
How about a Lonnie McCulley?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Both Santa Fe and RECC?
Correct.
And do you know who those people are?
I know who Kiara is. I don't know who Lonnie is.
Okay, but,
No, like personally, no.
okay. But you didn't get a phone, there's no record of a phone call from her, from Kiara?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Sorry, counsel, what time frame are you talking about?
During the course of the phone calls that came in between 1 p.m. on this date and 2 p.m. on this date?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. And with regard to Lonnie McCulley, there's no record of Lonnie McCulley calling in during that time, right?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. So during this time frame, there's no record of Kiara McCulley calling and accusing Isaac Apodaca of killing anybody,
To my knowledge, no.
or accusing Isaac Apodaca of forcing her to kill anybody.
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Give me just 1 second, Your Honor.
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Is there any redirect of this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Is this witness released?
The state would reserve him for rebuttal.
Okay. Sir, you're going to be reserved. The attorneys will be in touch with you and let you know if you need to come back for your testimony. Don't discuss your testimony with anyone, and don't seek out any information or view anything about the trial until you're notified whether or not you need to come back.
Okay.
You may step down.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take our morning break. It'll probably be about 10 or 15 minutes. Take your notes with you, and then we'll call you back in as soon as we're ready to get started. We'll work up until the lunch hour, maybe, depending on the witness, go a little bit into the lunch hour. I do have a hearing in a separate case that I have to conduct at 1 o'clock. So your lunch break, whenever it starts, probably have you come back about 1:15 or 1:30 after that, after our lunch break. If you'd please go with the bailiff.
All rise.